Hi angels, welcome back to my channel. So we are going to be doing how to tap into the baddest and best version of yourself. I haven't done this video in a while and it gives me so much nostalgia from when I first started my channel and I did this. If you've ever seen that pick a card, I don't know, but we have definitely grown a lot since then. So we are going to be actually doing today a candle reading, and we are also going to be pulling a little bit of divination. Now the thumbnail may be a bit different, obviously these images are a little bit too much so I can't post them, but these are the three cards for today. So we have pole 1, pole 2 and pole 3. Please subscribe, like and comment. Let me know down below what you also want to see next. Okay, pole 1, you are the Hierophant. Let's go ahead and take a look how you can tap in to becoming your baddest and best version of yourself. So I am going to be doing majority of using a candle to do divination. Okay, it's not a special candle. I didn't have time to dress it up today, but maybe in the future I will. So yeah, I'm going to be using the power of the flame to help deliver these messages, and I'm also going to be using my psychic senses at this time. So pole 1, look, with the Hierophant, firstly, I feel like you have a lot of hard lessons to face, and it is not like challenges as in things you're going to experience in life, but it feels like there are a few hard truths coming to the surface, particularly around you standing and stepping into your power. In order for you to become the baddest and best version of yourself, it requires you to really sit on your own throne, to take the time to learn about self, learn about energy. I felt Mother Lilith coming through then, okay? Very powerful, like very powerful energy. And I feel like these dark goddesses that we work with or that are around you, whether it be Mother Lilith or not, can really help you enhance this energy of your truth to become the leader that you need to. And now you are someone that has faced a lot of controversy, I feel, around tapping into your truth and being able to step away from authority, or being able to step into who you truly are without backlash. Like, people may have given you a lot of backlash, or there has been a lot of conversation, a lot of people trying to take from your power as well. They want the stage to be theirs, but it is important to note that you deserve to be on that stage for a reason. You are very, very intelligent, okay? And I feel like you have like a very big power here of your ancestors coming through, or from these gods and goddesses. Like, your past life is really coming through at this time. So let's go ahead and take a look. How can you become the baddest version of yourself? So I see faces here through the candle wax. I'm also seeing a pregnant woman coming through, okay? To me, that symbolizes the Empress. That also symbolizes the energy of rebirth when it comes to you, or really stepping into this presence. Like, you need to understand your presence, you know, and the way that you can do that is by going deeper within and identifying these faces, taking off the mask is what I'm seeing, to what the actual problem is. You are someone, okay, who really dims themselves. You dim yourself, or you kind of like ignore the problem sometimes. The reason I say this is because I recognize it within myself. Sometimes it's painful to take the mask off and look at the wounds. I also see dogs coming through then as well, black dogs, so this could also be Hecate's energy coming through. But I really sense that, like, I see this palace, honestly, okay? Have you guys ever watched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, like the newest one? Not the musical, but like the actual film movie, the newest one they did. There's that energy of the chocolate palace, right? And how it ends up melting because, what is it, the prince, like, he didn't listen, like, or heed the warnings. That is what I'm seeing. Like, it's almost as if like you get this drive that comes towards you, or this power, like you tap into your power, but it's like you can't take it all the way, or it fails. Things fail in the long run for you. Relationships, maybe you really want like a long-term relationship as well. Like you have this power, this leadership energy within you, of a teacher, of even someone who is just like really tapped into spirituality, but you can't take it the next level because parts of your ego, or parts of the wounds that you keep within, are really taking you back. Like they're holding you back. So I'm having a bit of interference coming through, is what I see through this flame. Wow, this is like really opening my senses. But you see, like, this is the symbolism. Trying new things and really being willing to sit with yourself can really open new things for you. But I see this phone call coming through, so beware of communication at this time. It feels like there is someone maybe as well in your energy field that is really messing with your energy, or you're feeling interference from them. I don't know why that came out like that. We are in Mercury retrograde. Whenever you see this, it is timeless, but in my current timeline right now, it is Mercury retrograde. So delays in communication with people, learning the power of your voice. Okay, I see a lot of ancestral work coming through for you over the next year, to help you become the baddest version of yourself and the best version of yourself. I actually see sea goddesses. I don't work with sea goddesses, okay? So it could be Aphrodite, it could be Oshun, okay? Beware of closed practices at this time. Please be respectful. Leave offerings to these deities and these goddesses. If you are going to work with them, or you're going to channel their energy, please just respect them, and respect the people that come with that culture as well. But I see like you're, over the next year, whenever you see this, that is all I'm seeing. Over the next year, you are going to really find the power within you to unlock sacred knowledge. You're going to be trying new things, doing new things, but you're going to be put through a bit of a roller coaster energy, is what I feel. And it doesn't feel bad, but it feels like, okay, I'm going to go through something and then I'm going to immediately say, oh, this is the lesson, right? With the Hierophant, a lot of spiritual lessons at this time, needing to understand where you sit with your freedom as well, where you sit with traditions. I see some of you going back to school. Okay, let's see. How can you become the best and baddest version of yourself at this time? Yeah, I really see like a torch being held. Okay, so again, Hecate's energy present. I see two-headed snake here. But I see it's this kind of Ace of Wands energy of like, I need to pioneer forwards. So I feel like it is taking the time to understand the torch that you hold for yourself. You need to bear the torch for yourself. Does that make sense? Through the darkness, you are going to be like literally awakening to this energy of you. Like, that's the best way I can describe it to you. It's like you're going to be understanding alchemy as well. I see Baphomet coming through as well. Okay, Lucifer's energy, Satan, for some of you working with the underworld, but I also see for some of you even maybe working with angels, or working with goddesses that are both light and dark, Persephone's energy as well. I see there are some hidden traits within you that you're going to unlock, okay? They're showing me like things that make you great. Now, I have been through this energy, honestly, and it is very profound. If I could influence anyone to do one thing when it comes to healing, is to learn about yourself, because you will understand things that you never understood. Like the things that you like and the things that you love truly can teach you about how to become like a teacher, how to become a businessman or businesswoman. It is about the power of you. Like, when I say it's about the power of you, I don't just mean like, oh, do some healing work. Truly, like the traits that you have, the way that you count your money, can help you in business, can help you in savings. Like, it is truly infinite. Go and sit with yourself and call with the goddesses, like, okay, like, can you like show me some signs about things that I'm good at? Maybe it's hobbies. Like, even like if you're really good at cooking and you're like, how is that going to help me in career? You'll be surprised. Okay, so yes, I see the world here. I see the universe, the world. So it's almost as if like the Empress is coming back up. You are the world, like the world is your oyster. To become the baddest and best version of yourself is to really evolve within. Okay, I'm actually going to leave it there, you guys. Thank you, I love and appreciate you. I will see you in the next one. Okay, pole 2, you are the Death card. Let's go ahead and take a look at your energy. How to become the baddest and best version of yourself. So actually, as I was like about to like transmute pole 1's energy, I accidentally turned the flame off from the candle. So I found that very interesting. Okay, and it's almost as if like as I relit that candle, I'm hearing like lights out in the darkness, and I think it's very significant because you've got the Death card. So okay, let's go ahead and take a look. I'm going to be channeling a few different energies through the Death card that you've pulled, through the candle, and through what I see psychically. Okay, we're not going to be pulling any extra divination at this time. Okay, let's see. So pole 2's energy. Okay, so I find it very interesting. I felt called to just use one hand then to cleanse that candle from pole 1's energy. And I find it very significant that you have one hand here on the Death card pulling someone. So I feel like in order to become the baddest and best version of yourself, they're showing me a lion. It is really going to create this evolution of change within you. Pluto in Aquarius energy is significant for you at this time. But I feel like you are, wow, you're such a pioneer of energy. You are such a leader, so inspiring. That's what makes you the baddest and best version of yourself. You trusting everything about you. And I'm being shown a key here. And actually, I saw a key when I was looking at Persephone and Hades' altar here, okay? So maybe they are significant for you. I need to take some time to connect with them myself, but I saw a key then, and it was almost like a gateway of energy. So it's almost as if like you are a gateway to becoming the best version of yourself. And like, yeah, you're very, very inspiring. And it's almost as if you lead people through this dark way, through this gateway of darkness. Some of you, like Hades is very significant for you. We do have the Death card here as well. Almost like you being this doorway. So you work very well with the underworld. You have a darker presence here. I sense demons, or I sense a lot of Lucifer's energy. Hell even could be significant. But you need to be working with the underworld, or you need to be making some time. Even with that Aquarius energy, there is something that you could do to help humanity as well, which I feel like is coming through. Like you have a lot of work coming up for you. Okay, a lot of work. But I feel like you need to really see yourself. Like in order to see yourself, you have to walk through darkness. So show me here. I saw the Chariot then. Okay, so a lot of Hades energy coming through. I also see the snake eating itself, but it is not the Ouroboros. Is that how you say it? I always butcher that, but it is the other one, the one with the alchemy sign. Okay, that kind of reminds me of Slytherin. Slytherin's coming through. Harry Potter energy. I don't know. I also see the dark moon, crescent moon. Okay, I sense and see a lot of powerful energy. Like, whoa. Let me just take a second then. So there is something very powerful about you, pole 2, and the way that you can transmute energy from light to dark or dark to light, the way in which you can really alchemize from darkness. But it's funny because I almost see this energy of like new moon. You know what's coming through? Twilight's coming through here, right? And you know in the second film, like I think it's new moon, right? How Bella, she is like having to go on this journey of self without Edward. This is what it feels like. So I don't know if you're dealing with a relationship that requires you to be alone for right now, or you need to like really process some solitude. But it's almost as if like in order for you to cross into the best version of yourself, you have to face a lot of darkness, and it's because you're the gateway. But because you're the gateway, that makes you very powerful. It makes you very intuitive. It makes you very elite to other people. I'm gonna say it, right? Your energy is like top tier, and you stand out a lot when it comes to your peers. I don't know why, but high school is coming through. So if you're not in high school, then there is something around like when you were at school, you were a bit different. I don't know if you're into more like edgier stuff. I don't know the right word to say or how to say that, but it's almost like you're into like a darker music, or you have a different presence. Like even for some of you, I'm hearing like walking on sunshine. Like you have a very dark exterior in terms of aesthetic, but within you're like golden retriever, sunflower. It's one or the other. I see piercings and tattoos coming through as well. So the reflection of the flame is very important for you. You've had a lot of trauma when it comes to men specifically, okay? When it comes to people taking advantage of you, trigger warning. There is a lot of trauma here that needs to be worked through, especially when it comes to around consent. But I see like you need to be doing some form of self-care, I wanted to say, but I was going to say spell work. It starts within, right? So whether you want to do spell work or not, but there is an opportunity here for those of you who are a bit darker to curse or hex those that have betrayed you and done you wrong, okay? Use a very, very, or not use, but work with a very powerful underworld god. So like Hades, I feel Hades is really claiming over you at this time, or there is work to be done here that can really allow growth. But until the reflection is done, until you take the time to meet the god of the underworld, I feel like he's calling me out a little bit here, okay? It's like you're only going to move so much further, okay? Like you're only going to move forwards as best as you can. Okay, is there anything else for pole 2 that they need to know about becoming the best version of themselves? You know, hocus pocus, that's what I'm hearing. Like trim the, what is it that they say? I can't remember the words, damn. Trim his hair of his baby fat, you know, when they're singing about turning, I can't remember what his name is, into a black cat. Okay, black cats are coming through. So my candle actually just spilled over. I see Apollo coming through, okay, the sun. There is a lot of Greek deities that want to work with you. But this can also recognize or symbolize the power of self. I see cinnamon here, okay, cinnamon sticks. There is something around aliens. Now, I know like in the news and stuff, they've admitted to aliens being at the bottom of the ocean. That's a whole different thing, right? I don't know if like aliens have a specific symbolism. Someone likes aliens here. Maybe aliens are going to be a sign for you, okay? I also see Stranger Things. So I'm seeing the Temple of Self, okay? So this looks like, I don't want to say it's Aphrodite's temple, but some of you, again, there are a lot of Greek deities that are reaching out for a bit more divination for yourself. But I sense this temple. It's almost as if you, in order to become the best version of yourself, Pole 2, you are going to need to, one, do a lot of healing, right? You need to walk through this doorway of facing your trauma, yourself, or things that are hidden within you. But it's almost as if you're in this temple, in this body of water, and it's like you're reclaiming yourself back. Okay, and it's almost as if like there is this sacred symbolism of washing yourself in the water. So maybe some of you, spiritual baths are important here to help you really connect with your energy, because you're going through a lot of darkness. But I also feel like this temple, it's almost like you get up and you walk out of the water, and it is sacred symbolism for you understanding yourself, or you like having this presence within you. Does that make sense? It's like, I know myself, I know who I am, and because of this, like my candle's gone very shallow at this time, as in the wax is very thinned out, because you know it's become translucent basically. And it's symbolism that you see your truth. Your vision and your perception is something that you need to work on when it comes to how you view yourself. Does that make sense? If you don't view yourself in a good way, you are always going to have this lack of truth. And there is something around you trusting your intuition. You need to trust your intuition around people. Again, this energy of a relationship's coming through. I'm also seeing American Dad come through. I don't know if that's significant to anyone. But I just see like this relationship both with yourself and with others. Like you are, the best version of you is someone that trusts yourself. Does that make sense? You trust yourself, you trust your intuition, and nothing phases you. And when people do you wrong, you know how to stand on business too. Like you are very powerful, Pole 2. Okay? I'm going to leave you with that energy. But it is time for you to see yourself truly, and stop dimming your light for others. Stop overspilling and overgiving to love connections as well, because that is not going to serve you. I love and appreciate you. I hope that was helpful. Okay, Pole 3, you are the High Priestess, so we're going to get into this candle reading. So the reason I picked this card, listen, tell me it's not giving Princess Jasmine vibes. Like if Princess Jasmine hit the club. I don't know if any of you have read Emily McIntyre's books. I think it's called Twisted, but it's a remake. Like it's like a dark romance though, so be aware if you have triggers. But I'm sure it's like called Twisted, and it's a remake of Aladdin and Jasmine, or like Aladdin as a whole. And it's just that giving like baddie, like baddies. But yeah, I feel like you becoming the best version of yourself is your fucking confidence. It is your confidence in the way that you walk, the way that you dress, the way that you hold yourself. And I'm hearing the words accountability now. When I like started to transmute the energy from Pole 2, right, I saw bats. So I feel like you're coming out your cave. Okay, I feel Hecate's energy coming through as well, but I sense more it's this energy of like coming out of a cave and like finally starting to be the person you've always envisioned. You are very good at being there for everyone else, or seeing the potential in everyone else, but you never see it in yourself. And I feel like you're about to have a lot of supporters coming through, a lot of even obsessive energy. You need to do some protection, definitely. But I see it's this truth that is rising within you. Now I'm seeing your throat chakra is also like really coming up, coming out. I see this prism like energy. So you know what? I'm having a vision here before we get into the candle reading. I'm having a vision of being in like maths when I was younger, but it's coming through like for me, like when I was younger. And it's like they want me to talk about it because I guess it's this symbolism. Like I wasn't very good at maths. I hated maths. It was like the worst thing for me. It like really brought out a lot of fears. Like I never wanted to do it, never felt like I was good enough, never, like, even though there were times where I really excelled when I just worked alone, maths wasn't my strong point, and it was like always the worst class. I dreaded it just because like I felt dumb, literally. um but it's like the times that I took the time to learn about what I was actually doing and I got it down, I was very confident in maths. But I feel like they're bringing this up because like they want me to tell you, like, the more that you know yourself and the more that you practice something, the better you're going to become at it. I don't know if you are worried or you're doing something right now, whether it's career, whether it's a hobby, expressing yourself. Maybe some of you literally want to be on the catwalk. You want to be a model. You want to step out on stage and just be free in what you're doing. But it feels like every time you do it, like you don't really feel confident. You need to like kind of exercise your body or like roll your shoulders out and just like, no, this is me. I'm going to show up and I'm going to work it. Like you need to prepare yourself, whether it be through knowledge, whether it be a warm up. It's this energy of like you are going to make it forwards, right? So let's take a look. Let's just transmute pole two's energy here. And let's welcome in your energy, pole 3. So how can pole 3 become the best and baddest version of themselves? So I see a dress, or I see feeling comfortable. Okay, again, that energy of like growing into feeling comfortable. Comfortability doesn't just come, it is something that comes from being uncomfortable, right? But yeah, the same way like you're walking on this catwalk, I feel like the flame is almost like, you know, when the flame like pushes behind the wick, that is what is happening. So it's like you're walking in the wind, or you know, like a L'Oreal commercial when they do that with their hair. That is what I see. So I feel like it's almost like this strength that is coming through you. So to become the baddest and best version of yourself, it is to trust yourself. I also see roses coming through here. So admiration for what it is that you're doing. When you do something that you love, in the moment, just say, wow, I really love this energy. I love when I can just express myself or feel confident in what I'm doing. I love that I get to sit here and make money doing what I love. You know what I mean? Like affirm the energy. But also I see admiration coming from others. Your self-concept is important. So I feel like as you're walking through this or down this catwalk on this card, right, this high priestess energy, the high priestess, she's very psychic, she's very intuitive, she understands the knowledge that is before her, she understands herself, she sees the truth in people, she sees the truth in herself. But I feel like there is some gossip coming. It's almost as if like sometimes the energy morphs into you seeking validation from others. And if it's not you seeking validation, it's their energy. Just, you know, like you're doing something and someone's always in your ear like, rah, 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 but you can't do this. I don't know if that is symbolic for just people around you, but it's like you need to learn to fucking show up anyway. Like true boss ass energy. Like, this is who I am. I don't care if you're going to sit and talk smack about me. Some of you have people around you that are talking smack. But even if they are, what does that change in your life? That makes you realize, damn, like you're that unhealed within yourself that you project onto other people. Like I'm here doing something that I love, being who I love. And instead of being supportive, you're a hater. So like, what does that show me? That shows me that I'm actually doing something good about myself. And I feel like it's funny because it's like everyone around you needs to become the high priestess. Everyone around you needs to become trusting and supportive of you and just like clear in their vibe and intention. You need to honestly be unbothered. And it's not be unbothered, but be unhealed. It is be unbothered because I have done the healing work, because I know myself, because I know what you mirror and you represent, and I don't choose that energy for myself. I don't claim her. Fine, that is your truth, but that doesn't affect me. Like, I'm still gonna have fun. You know those people who are like, oh, I don't really want to do this, like I want to go home on a night out, or it's like you do something fun but someone comes with their down ass energy, or we're like, I'm scared of roller coasters, where it's like, why did you come? You know, it's like, you may have been a people pleaser in the past, and I feel like for you it's giving very much like, no, I'm not finished, I'm not done with what I came here to do. Like, I still have things that I want to achieve, and period. I don't care what you think or what you say about me. It's not going to change what I want to do, because even if it means getting on a roller coaster alone, because that is truly what I want to do, I'm going to line up for an hour, or I'm actually going to go to that concert alone. So you're having one of these pivotal moments where it's like you finally smack forwards from everyone else's perception and opinions, and it's like, if I have to solo travel, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna find a way. And you need to be channeling that sort of confidence and hypeness around you, regardless of who's around you, regardless of what's happening. It's your world, honey, and you're gonna live it. Heavy on like Jasmine energy, I'm telling you. Jasmine teaches us, like, in the face of adversity, I'm gonna stand up for myself. I'm gonna stand up for our truth. Princess Jasmine, she teaches that, like, you don't have to be codependent to a situation that you don't belong in. Some of you have father wounds, or you have wounds around, again, authority, people that you feel are a higher measure than you, but that is not the truth. You need to start walking into rooms. And I feel like once you have this kind of breakthrough of like, I don't care about anyone, like, again, not from an unhealed perspective, but from like, I can go out to lunch on my own, I don't give a fuck. Once you step past that barrier of the fear that made you feel uncomfortable, it is like game changing. So that is what you're working towards. You're working towards moving on your vibration, on what it is that you want, because it is your life. You get to live it how you want, and you're not going to be dictated, period. And that is the strength that they want you to tap into. And it's almost as if, like, in this candle, I'm noticing, right? So from pile 2, it spilled out the candle. But it almost gives like, there is like a whole stage around you, giving like Colosseum vibes. But like, the flame is in the middle still. And it's like you're looking around, like it's shifting. You're looking around at your options and like people around you. But instead of seeing those people around you, see the opportunities that are going to come. See what the potential is. And it's almost as if, like, I see Sagittarius energy. So whenever you see this, I don't know if I'll have this video out before the new moon in Sag, but we have a new moon in Sag. Again, this is timeless. When you see this, you see this. But whatever I'm going to say now, it has some impact in your timeline when you do see it. The new moon in Sag, 2 of Wands energy, okay? It's almost as if like it becomes about the possibility and not about people around you. So even if you're standing on a stage, you're not looking at all those people that are either hating on you or clapping for you. It's like, wow, that is my vision, like bigger picture type energy. I love it, pile 3. I hope that was helpful. I will see you in the next one.